Yo, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. My name is Darrell. If you're new here, be sure to like, comment, subscribe, hit the notification bell so you can be reminded when I upload new videos to the channel. And yeah, let's just get right into it. As of usual, uh, working on the car. So today, we will be diagnosing and we will be fixing the Audi. So this is my first official problem. Um, Not major problem, thankfully, but this is the first problem that I have with the Audi. She's right there in the background. Basically, what happened was the coolant line. Let me set the phone up. Coolant line broke. I was on my way home, coming from work actually, when I noticed like I smell a funny smell like coolant, and it smells sweet. Saw some smoke coming from the engine bay. Pulled over. I noticed the fans were running. Engine obviously was up to temp or a little bit above temp, and saw coolant everywhere. Thankfully, I made it home. I just came up with something quick to fix it. Put a little hose over the line, and filled up the coolant reservoir with water. That helped me until I got to work, and this is currently where I am at with it. So, gotta flip the camera around, but basically it was this line that had broke, and this is what snapped. So from here to here, it was broken. So I replaced that. Actually, this is the old line, as you can tell. It was snapped. So yeah, actually, let's get a thumbnail. Had to be light skin. But this was broke, so I ordered the part, and I'm putting the part in. The new one is in. However, we're having a problem getting this line onto the coolant reservoir. It's not connecting correctly, so I just got this line from parts. This goes always down to the radiator. So I will be replacing this line with this one. Very simple, short, easy to replace, easy to repair. Thankfully, it was nothing major, like I said, so I'm just gonna get right into it. All right, so this is a common problem as well with the A4s. Both B8, B8.5, B9, and B9.5 A4s. Over time, you know, this line heats up and cools down because coolant flows through there, and this line goes directly to the turbo. Goes all the way through there, the bottom goes to the turbo. So what we will do is replace this line, and that's what I already did, which was this broken one. I'm gonna toss that out, but like I said, we're stuck on trying to get this to fit on here, and I already tried it a few times and it will not work. Even had another tech come over to look at it because maybe it was just me, maybe I'm just a little slow. But no, actually this line wouldn't connect to this one. So it has to be this. Going to replace this. We're going to start by popping up this tab here. I have a little pick, 90-degree pick preferably, but this is the one that I found, so I'm just going to use this. We're going to pull this. Oh, I'm retarded, my bad. We're gonna pull this up right here. Try not to lose that clip. And then that should just be able to come right out. What you don't want is for it to break inside of the reservoir. And I think mine has broken inside the reservoir. But I'm gonna try to wiggle this out. Yeah, like that broke in there. So I'll try to get that out. As you can tell, so it's good that I'm replacing that since that is broken there. But we're gonna pop this out here like such. Then I already have this tab pulled up, so we're gonna want to wiggle this out. It helps to spray some like cheetah grease or something, or silicone spray on there. Get that nice and loose, and then set this down as I try to get this out. Okay, so now that we have this line out, this line again that goes to the coolant reservoir and goes straight to the radiator. we're going to literally toss that to the side and we're going to grab our new line and we're going to place that in. So should be able to just have that click in like such. Heard that click, pull on it, verify that it's locked into place. It is locked in. Set our line right here, and we want to connect this hose here. But remember, we still have that piece in there, so I'm gonna put the phone down and I'm gonna try to get this piece out before I put this hose on. Okay, and just like that, we have it out. So this was the piece that was stuck in there that broke from that line over there. Oh wow, I'll pick that up. So we got that out. Basically, essentially what I did was just use a little flathead screwdriver, and I literally just like picked at it from the side to be able to pull it out, and it was able to come out. So what I'm gonna do now is pull this line up some, push it down. Once we hear that click, that's how we know that it's fully in. And then same thing over here until you hear that click. I don't know why it's not clicking on, but it should click on. All right, so a little bit of everything just happened. Had a problem with the new part. As I showed you guys, it wasn't clicking on, so I came up with an idea, and hopefully this just lasts me until I go buy another part. If this does fine, I'm just going to keep it like that because it was irritating. It's kind of simple and I don't really feel like replacing it, but I'll replace it later on. But this will do for now. So what I ended up doing was literally cutting the part like about here, like right here, because this was our problem. I don't know what's wrong with this new part, but for whatever reason it will not click on to the coolant reservoir as it should. And I tried to recreate the problem with the part being outside of the car, and I'm literally still having the same problem. See if I can try to do this with one hand. So like it won't slide on. It's supposed to just slide on, and it clicks into place obviously, but there you go. It slides on. I put the clip in place to hold it together, but even with the clip in place, it will still pop out just like such. Now there's a little bit of resistance. You got to pull it a little bit for it to pop out, but it shouldn't be able to pop out even with the clip on. So that's the problem that we ran into. And like I said, I ended up coming up with that idea, literally just grabbing two hoses, zip tie them together. That's a pretty, even without the zip tie, that was a pretty snug fit. It was hard to pull the other hose out of this hose. Only thing I'm concerned about is coolant flow, so we'll test it out and see how that goes. I will fill the car up with coolant, let it run for about 5 minutes or less, and just see how that goes. That's also a snug fit without the zip tie, but just in case, just for safety, put a zip tie there. So 3 zip ties in total, and that should fix the problem. And that looks close to OEM, almost stock. And that will be the quick DIY fix for now, instead of having to deal with all of this dumb stuff. So we will toss all of this out, keep the zip tie for later just in case, and yeah, see where it goes from there. And about 30 minutes later, now it's dark outside. This is what I ended up doing. So cleaned everything up. In order to fix that, I ended up using that hose and another hose that was small, but it was a super tight fit. I was able to squeeze that hose into this one. That hose stops at about right here, and this one literally fits perfectly over top of that little piece. So zip tied that twice, zip tied that twice right here, and this was the perfect fitting over top of this line. So zip tied that twice as well. Let the car run for 5 to 10 minutes, fill it up with coolant. No leaks at all whatsoever. Revved it a little bit, still didn't leak. No overheating, anything. So that was a quick DIY on how to fix the coolant line that breaks. Mind you, Only reason why I replaced the line was because it broke here. Literally broke here, but ended up having some technical difficulties with with the new line because they wouldn't connect over here. Parts was closed, so I couldn't get the part from my dealer. So came up with that little quick idea. I mean, I got that part, but since this line was crazy, I thought it was this line. I replaced this line, as you can tell, but it still wouldn't connect. So both parts are on the car, but one of the new parts didn't work. So came up with that idea. All in all, I got it done. I'm ready to go home. But that's a DIY for anybody who wants to figure out how to fix that coolant line, or if you run into the same problem. Hopefully you won't run into the same problem. The new part should just work as it's supposed to, but that's a quick way to fix it. Also too, that was the first problem that went wrong with the car. Other than that, the car is running fine. Like I said, stay tuned. I don't know exactly what I'm doing with the car. If I keep it, I mean, I'm going stage 2. Intercooler, charge pipes, stage 2 IE tune, or 034 Motorsport tune. But I might go integrated engineering. Sounds more reliable. Transmission mounts, a couple other stuff, and I think the car would be done. Maybe a wrap. But yeah, if not, then I would trade this Audi for something. Again, it would be a muscle car. So stay tuned. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video. So this is the day after. As you can tell, I ended up getting a new line. Basically, Audi covered it, listed it as warranty, and they literally gave me a new part for free because obviously that was a faulty part. It should have just literally clicked on, but it wasn't clicking on. So as you can tell, we have the new line in, as I showed you guys before, and we also have this new line as well. And that piece didn't hold up. It did hold up until the following day, but literally as I put it into work, it split, meaning the holes that I had on, it split and coolant shot everywhere. So got the new line and replaced that. Looks good as new. And I cleaned up the coolant. But that's that, and the car is fixed. So thankfully it was something simple and not nothing crazy, but stay tuned.